I don't want to do business, you know, I just need a job or something. That's it.
If freelancer, it's not like a job. We cannot, you can make a service contract between where you will be do the provide the services or do the job. It is service contract. It's not employment contract if you are a freelancer. If you want specific job, then it's entirely from the freelancer. It's different. Then you have to communicate with the employer. He will provide the job contract to you, and you can act accordingly. But if you want to become a freelancer, then you do not have the employment contract. Then you have just only service contract between you and between service receiver.
Okay, so is it mandatory to have the job contract, and what if I don't have it? Then
Job contract is only for the employees. For freelancer, there is no job contract. It's just service contract.
okay, okay.
Sir, even you do not have a service contract, you can generate the receipt or you can generate the invoice in the name of a service receiver. It is also acceptable. It is not mandatory you should have always the service contract, because sometimes you provide small services. It's not possible to make a service contract for each time for everyone, with everyone. You can just generate a receipt to the party where you are providing the service and sell your products, and they will release the payment to you. And this is considerable.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
And
So
and
can I ask the question?
regarding one more thing regarding taxation matter, I would delegate to Mr. Louis. Please explain about the freelancer tax benefits, please, Mr. Louis, please. Tax benefits of social, the freelancers. Mute, mute, please mute. Huh?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now. Yes, please.
Okay, okay. About the freelancer, it's very, you told me you were studying in Switzerland.
No, I did my master, but I don't have the job.
Okay,
But I'm
so
deciding.
you have just let me tell you something which is interesting to you. You have highly skilled qualification, right?
High skill. It's the hotel management thing, you know. It's about managing the hotel.
Okay, so Portugal, in the CEF system in Portugal, they have if you have a very good qualification considered by CEF highly skilled qualification, you can apply for a specific branch in CEF. That is more difficult, but it's possible. Okay. About the taxes, as Mr. Saini told you, you need to apply for the NIF number, the tax authority's NIF number, and then you need to apply for the activity. You need to have a bank account, and then you have the fiscal Portuguese system is from the simplest to the most complex. And you will apply as the most simple. The most simple, it means in practical terms that you will earn less than 12,500 a year. It means that you are exempted from paying social security for the first year, and you are exempted from other taxes. So it's the simplest way to start an activity as a freelancer. This is to all people, independent being Portuguese, resident or non-resident. This is how the rule works for freelancers. If you want to opt to start to pay your social security, you accelerate your process of getting the residence, you can do this option. And the situation of the freelancing in Portugal before 2019 was very loose. People didn't control much. Now it's highly controlled on a monthly and on a 3-month basis. It means that you need to interact on a monthly basis to the tax authorities, producing your invoices. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to interact with the
Yes,
system.
sir, we can hear you.
You need to interact with the system every month with the tax authorities, and you need to interact when you want to start to pay your taxes in Social Security every 3 months. And you need to pay, after you do this, you need to pay every month. So the system now is different. It's more controlled. It's more on a monthly and on a 3-month basis. And if you want to start to pay, you produce your invoices. You can, I remember that self-employed is also a company, okay?
Yes.
Being self-employed is a company. You can be self-employed and have employees.
How much do we have to pay as a tax?
Hello? It depends. Well, once again, it depends on the specific amounts. Okay, you have special taxes. It depends on a 3-month basis. It can change. Before, what you paid was based on the like. I'm going to give you a practical example. What you pay in the former rules before 2019, you paid based on your income. In 2020, you're going to pay based on your income of 2018. Now this has changed completely. Your income, your taxes and social security are based on your income of the last 3 months. But you need to be, hello?
Okay, okay. I'm
Yeah, I'm
listening.
listening.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Please
This is
Yeah,
more,
I'm
this is a bit specific. I'm just
Yes.
gonna fly over it so you can have a
Can you
good
give me a
perspective.
can you give me a
So-
roughly figure? Like, let's say I'm earning 2,000 euros per.
And you need to, we need it's done case by case. I cannot tell you exactly because it depends, and we cannot absolutely say that. Okay, we need to. I cannot say how much you're going to pay because it doesn't make sense.
all-
It makes
all I-
sense case by case. We need to.
All I wanted to ask that
What I would like
you guys will help in the paperwork, right?
Yes.
Like paperwork of bank account and all that stuff. You will help
Yes.
us, right?
In generally, we will assist you regarding this all issues concerning the taxation, how much you would like to pay, or it depends how kind of your services, and you are exempt from VAT, or you are not exempt from VAT, or you want to pay voluntary social security to the government, or you don't want to pay. It depends on these all things. If you expected earn 2,000 as you asking, it will be because the social security contributions is around 11% for the freelancers. If you would like to pay voluntary, it's around 11% of your total income. For example, you earn 2,000 euro, then you have to pay around 20 euro to the government as a social contribution. And if you are earning 2,000 euro a month, sale of overall, it's over the 24,000 euro, as Mr. Lewis explained. If you having over sale, then in this case you need to pay the IVA. It means tax is 23% in
No,
Portugal.
sir,
You
sir,
have to pay.
there is an income tax and the social security is different.
Yes, it's different. Income tax is different. Social security is different.
Okay.
VAT is different, and corporate tax is different. There are 6-7 type of taxes in Portugal. So which is implement on you? It depends on your situation.
And how much is income tax? How much percent?
Income tax is Mr. Nono Salva. Please, could you explain income tax in Portugal? Mr. Nono. Income tax in Portugal. Personal income tax. Yes, please.
Okay, we are speaking about income taxing related to independent workers, correct?
In self-employed
Yeah.
company, like working like somewhere like building.
Self-employed. Yes, independent worker. Yes, yes.
Okay, it depends. You have the fiscal regime and you have the deduction that you do, annual deduction that you call the tax ERS. Okay, so that taxes can be paid monthly, depends of your income and depends of which kind of regime you have, or also if you have a higher income, example, more than 12,000 per year, 12, in this case 12,500 per year, you are subject to another tax, that IVA, that you must deduct, or in this case you must to charge to your clients, and then you must to give to the government. This is not one question that easily we can clarify by video call or something like that. This is some kind of questions that I believe that if you like to go further with one particular situation, if you are thinking to come to Portugal,
Sandra.
we must to speak with and which kind of conditions you like to be self-employer, to be self-employer to work or to create another company. Even if you are self-employer, you can have people working for you. So there is a lot of different situations that can fit. But for that, I believe so that we need to prepare a meeting, in particular meeting, to see which kind of solutions that we can provide to you or to suggest to you to go further in your future. So for that, I believe that the best way to do it is to make an appointment with Crowns and
Okay.
in particular situation, and we can go further and to check point by point and to try to find a solution that can fit in your future. I believe that some agree with me.
Because, because
One of our guests, just please, one of our guests, Sandra, he's a lawyer in Portugal, and I requested to Sandra, please share your view regarding some legal aspects in Portugal for freelancers or for independent workers or for overseas people. How you could participate and what is your opinion and advice for the overseas peoples regarding immigrations or other legal aspects. Please, Sandra.
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. I didn't understand all the question because I have audio problems now. Can you repeat the specific question for me, please?
If anybody want to ask a question, legal questions from Sandra, she can raise a question. Sandra will answer that. Please, somebody want to ask?
yes, I asked.
I wanted to ask you.
Please,
One
one
by
by
one.
one.
One by one.
And close your microphone, please. Okay, one at a time.
Ma'am, I want to open a self-employed company in Portugal, right?
Yeah.
Right, but this is possible. This is possible if I have a contact in worldwide because I have. But if I have a contract with Portugal with someone same my field company in their construction company or building company, and can I get a contract with 1 year service order and I am living in Portugal with my company, and then this service order I will go to embassy, get a self-employed visa is possible?
Yes, it's possible. As Nuno said, it's case by case, but yes, it's possible.
It's possible, yes, it's possible if you have any commercial activity, legal commercial activity in Portugal. Of course, you can request for, it's called D2 visa, as entrepreneur visa, as entrepreneur visa, as a self-employment visa, as a freelancer visa. It's a D2 visa. You can request, but it's important. You should have commercial relation with Portuguese territory, with Portuguese community. It's important.
Companies, okay.
Yeah.
And then I can apply to visa if I have a service order is one month,
Yes.
minimum day, 6 months or 1 month.
It's no matter if you have a 3 month or if you have a small order, but you have connection, you have a future plan to start commercial activity in Portugal. It's important. It's officially legally eligible.
And there have money. The bank is there is money to show in the bank, something like that. We have money to
because
live there.
you need to demonstrate solid business plan and solid budget to the embassy, Portuguese embassy in your home country. Unless you do not have solid business plan and you do not have a solid budget, then how embassy will believe on you that you are really doing business or really doing commercial activity in Portugal? It is important. It is very important.
Hello, my name is Hafiz. I have a couple of questions.
Yes, please.
Okay, I am basically British citizen. So I got registration before 31st of December this year, right?
Okay.
So how I get registered with the SEF before the 30th of June, and how I can register my family as well?
Interesting
question. And second is, how can I sponsor my extended family members in abroad living non-EU?
Interesting. So yeah, please, Sandra, please answer this question.
Yes, the first step is the principal person come here, and then the SEF allowed to ask a permission to a reunion family. So your direct family, son, daughters, fathers, and sisters, and sons, they are USEF try these papers like a whole family, okay, reunion family. But first, the principal the principal person have to do the inscription, okay, ask for the visa, or then yes.
I would reply this question. I would like to, if you give me a permission, Sandra.
I can hear very good because there are a lot of microphones open.
Sandra, please,
It's very
can you give me a
confusing.
permission? I will reply this question. Sandra,
Yes, yes.
give me a permission, please.
I also want to ask some
Please,
question,
I'm explaining this question. If you are a British national and already having the residence certificate of 5 years of Portugal, then first part, you need to register yourself in the Brexit portal immediately. After registering on the Brexit portal, the SEF will contact you for book an appointment for the biometric. Once they give you the appointment and you went to the SEF office, and they will take your biometric and issue the residence card as a EU national for a 5 year. This is a one. After that, you can call your immediate family members and extended family member. But keep it in note, once you are called to your immediate family member, you should have sufficient maintenance in Portugal. You should have strong financial and commercial relation with Portuguese territory. This is the important concern. Unless you do not have commercial relation, you do not have financial stability in Portugal, you cannot call your even immediate family member and extended family members. It is important. So regarding British national, before Brexit, you already have the 5 year certificate. So it's quite easy to get the residence card. It means that you have to exchange certificate into card. It's quite easy. You just go on Brexit portal, register there, then the SEF will contact you, and you went there, take biometric, and get the card. Then you talk about the second stage about your commercial stability and financial stability in Portugal. Then you can invite the other family member, first immediate family member and extended family member.
Okay, so let's suppose, how many months I have to show their stability? Let's put.
Yeah. इनका question लीजिए एक बार.
Wait. Sorry,
at least yes, I explain you that. I explain you that, Mr. Hafiz. Yes, Mr. Hafiz. At least 3 months stability, financial stability and commercial stability. They will ask, the Portuguese authority will ask at least minimum 3 months financial and commercial stability in Portugal. You should have at least, if you want to invite, for example, your wife or your parents or your brother, you should have minimum income 700 euro for each applicant, and the second applicant should be 50%, and the other dependent member should be 25%. You should have like this type of income slabs.
Okay.
Mr. Singh, I want to ask
let's suppose,
question.
Excuse me, sir. Just give me 1 second. So, it's brother and sister comes in extended, or
brother and sister comes in the extended family member. It is also, keep it in note, if they are already over 21 year age, they not consider even as a dependent. The SEF and immigration can't accept that type of application because they are already over age and they are capable to do work in their country. They are medically perfect, then they don't accept. If they are medically having issues, they are unable to work in the country, and they are exclusively financially dependent on you, then it's possible to, may they consider, otherwise it's not possible if the age is over 21 years.
So financial dependency, let's suppose if I am continuously sending money to them.
Sir, only financial dependency not important. Apart two other parts is also I'm explaining: financial dependency, medical issues, and they are incapable to do the work. This is the three important tasks.
I'm just talking under 21. Let's suppose I will show their 3 months stability in the country, all the everything you said, plus the whatever I am sending money to them from UK. Will it be considered as well, or only
that will be not considered if you money sending from UK? Once you already registered in Portugal, you already having commercial relation with Portuguese territory, why you are sending money from UK? Then if you are sending money from UK, then why not invite in UK? Why you invite in Portugal? This is also important concern.
Okay, so it's mean these things not considered. Even I'm talking about
this is considerable if you sending money from Portugal. You are sending money
Okay,
from
fine.
Portuguese income.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Please next. Sir.
Hi, this is Mandeep here.
Yes, sir. Mandeep ji, please.
Yeah, hi, I wanted to know like how easy to get the work like by sitting in India to in Portugal.
Please repeat your question, sir. We are not getting the question, sir.
I'm saying how easy to get the work in Portugal while sitting in India.
Work? What kind of work you are looking?
Like if you're talking about, you were talking, this meeting is all about.
He's speaking. He's speaking.
Hello.
Sir, आपकी जो ना voice is not clear.
Can we talk about the freelancer? Excuse me, can
Yes,
we start
please.
talking about the freelancing? You're talking about everything else, but rather than freelancing.
Yes, please, freelancer. Please talking about the freelancer, please.
Yes, please explain about the freelancing. You're just taking questions and answers. You're not talking anything about freelancer. How to start the
Sir,
freelancer?
yes,
What is the
yes,
procedure?
freelancer. Let
How
me
we can come to-
explain you about let me chance to explain the freelancer. Let me chance to explain the freelancer because today our main topic is freelancer. Please give me a chance. Mute कर दीजिए आप अपना. मैं आपको let me explain you the freelancer. Let me explain, please. Hello. Yes. Regarding the freelancer activity, if you want to establish yourself as an entrepreneur, independent professional in Portugal, like a IT professional, like a carpenter, plumber, electrician, or any other kind of professional, doctors, lawyers, or maybe you have you are a consultant or financial advisor, or maybe taxation advisor, or maybe another kind of advisor. It's all considered as an independent worker in Portugal if you get a registration. How get registration in Portugal as a freelancer? First, as I already explained, first part, you should have Portuguese tax number, number one. It's called NIF number. Second, you should have Portuguese bank account. In Portuguese financial institution, you should have bank account. And the third, you along with the bank, along with your Portuguese tax number, you request to the tax office for the opening your freelancer activity. And the same moment, they will give you the certification for the freelancer. Once your freelancer activity is open, then you go to the Social Security office for obtaining Social Security number. Once you have a Social Security number, now your everything is ready to start freelancer activity in Portugal.
So do we have to visit Portugal for the same?
Pardon, please?
Do we have to visit Portugal for the same?
It's not important. It's not obligation. You can register freelancer while sitting in your home country, but it's important. You should delegate your power to anyone in Portugal. Some of represent to you in the bank, someone represent to in the tax, someone represent to you in the social office. You should just give the power of attorney to Prawn or to Luis or to Mr. Nono or to Sandra or to some your friends, and he can act behalf of you in all the department and avail the certificate and issue to give to you that all certificates. It's not obligation. You are be here.
How much time does it take, if any,
Can
for
we
all this
take a tour?
process to complete?
It's quite fast. It's not taken a long time. Once you give that power of attorney to someone, it will take maximum to do all this procedure in 10 or 5 working days. 10 working days, you can say that. It's around 10 working days. Because
Right,
tax number will be issued in 1 working days, and the bank account will be issued in the same moment. And when we request for the freelancer activity certification, they will issue in the same moment. And then you have social number request. They will issue in few days, in 1 week maximum. So overall process is around 10 or 15 days.
फ्रीलांस एक्टिविटी में भी हमको बैंक अकाउंट में कुछ मनी डिपॉजिट करना पड़ता है?
It's not obligation. In order to open a freelancer activity, you do not
I
need
have a
to
question.
open deposit any money.
So what is the scope of the power of attorney that you're talking about? What is the
That-
scope of that power of attorney, and
Yes.
for how much time will that be applicable once
Yes,
we
yes.
transfer the power of attorney to you?
Yes. Power of attorney, that power of attorney made in your home country, it should be certified by the Portuguese consulate, or it should be certified by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That's called apostle, Hajj apostle. That power of attorney is acceptable in Portugal. If you are not physical here, then you made a power of attorney from the Portuguese consulate, means Portuguese embassy in your home country, or you
Right.
can make a power of attorney and apostle from Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Hajj apostle. Then it's work in Portugal, this power of attorney. Once we receive the power of attorney, then it's take maximum.
Mr. Sanai,
आफ्टर
Mr.
ऑल
Sanai,
वंस
Mr.
ऑल
Sanai,
द कंपनीज बाय यू गाइस और हम लोग वहां पे लैंड कर जाते हैं पुर्तगाल में, तो पावर अटॉर्नी डिनाई हो जाती है और पावर अटॉर्नी फिर वो चलती रहती है.
नहीं, पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी आप रिवोक कर सकते हो कभी भी. पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी यू कैन रिवोक एनी टाइम. Once you will be landed, and you can cancel this from all departments. You can go bank and cancel. You can go to tax office or social office. It is automatically will be cancelled, because this power of attorney not for do everything. This power of attorney, it's very specific for do this particular work only. The basis of power of attorney, person can open bank account. He cannot withdraw the money, because you already mentioned
yes.
these things
Okay,
in the
thank
power
you.
of attorney.
Mr. Sanai,
All
Sir, I
right.
have one
Thank you,
question.
Mr. Saini.
Mr. Sanai,
Sir, my name is Vikram. I have one question.
मैंने आपसे
Please.
सुबह बात की थी फोन पे.
In Franji, please.
जी सुबह बात की थी.
Hello, I am-
मिस्टर लुइस साहब ने कहा था कि आप ज्वाइन करें.
Ifran ji, आप USA से हैं, yeah?
जी जी.
Okay, all right. Mr. Luis, Ifran have a question for you. Mr. Luis, please listen, Mr. Ifran. He's already having a freelancer certification in Portugal, as I understand.
Yes, Faryal Ali and Umam Ali, I sent you emails. Remember, I don't know if you.
Please talk to Mr. Luis. Luis will answer this question.
Hello, Mr. Irfan. Tell me. Yes,
Sir,
I hear you. I hear you. I don't hear you now. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Dharmajit. I have a question. Hello.
Mr. Irfan,
Yes.
please, Mr. Irfan.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Mr. Lewis,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you prepare the invoice every month for Umama Ali and Faryal Ali. I sent the invoice yesterday, day before yesterday.
Yes, I need to talk with my colleague, Idalis.
Yeah.
I will talk with
What
her.
happened
Okay.
is, unfortunately, something is went wrong with my account. So I was hoping if you be kind enough to deposit on my behalf every month by bank, and I was more happy.
Have you sent Have you sent an email to us?
Yes, I did send it to you.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Luis, let me explain his question, because before he's already explained me. Because he's a freelancer, his wife or someone is a freelancer activity already in Portugal, and nowadays he's in USA, in United States. Because of
Okay.
COVID-19, they stuck there, and his bank is blocked. Portuguese bank is already blocked. So he
Okay.
would like to still continue his social contribution. For this, he
Okay,
requested,
okay.
yes, for this, he requested to you that, because every month he's paying your financial, your accounting fees. Along with, he would like to transfer the social fee, amount in your account, and you could transfer, or you could pay the social contribution behalf of him. He should give money in your account. He's requesting
No.
that.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's not normal, but it's possible. No problem. No problem.
Mr. Irfan, is possible. You can draft an email to Mr. Luis. He will resolve this question.
Yes.
This
Yes,
query,
we'll do it.
we will help
No
for this.
problem.
No problem.
No
I
problem.
have a question, please. I am waiting a long time.
Please,
Mr.
sir.
Saini,
Please,
can I ask something?
Jagdeep. Please, Jagdeep ji, please.
Sir, I have one question. Sir, my name is Vikram. I have one question.
विक्रम जी, प्लीज आप जगदीप जी को सुने 1 मिनट के लिए. प्लीज जगदीप जी
Yeah,
आंसर.
sure. I'll just wait for Jagjit, and after that, I'll just ask question.
Yeah, प्लीज जगदीप जी. जगदीप जी, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. प्लीज, वी आर नॉट हियरिंग जगदीप जी.
I am waiting for a long time. Please give me a floor.
Jagdeep ji is not clear. Please, Jagdeep ji, we are not hearing. We are not listening. Yes, now is okay. Not clear. Mr. Vikram, please.
All right, fine. I'll just ask one question.
Yes, please.
I'm a travel agent in India.
Okay.
I'm located in New Delhi. So if I'm going for a tourist visa to Portugal, can I just convert that into work visa and the jobs are there right now?
Sir, it's practically is possible, but it's not acceptable in the, if your intentions come to Portugal on tourist visa and stay here for the work purpose or a commercial purpose, it's not make sense. We highly recommended you apply appropriate visa at Portuguese consulate if you would like to stay in Portugal over the 90 day. But up to
Okay.
90 day, you can stay on tourist visa. Even it's
Okay.
possible that this visa is converted into other work permissions or other kind of permission, but it's not recommendable, because if you having intentions is already, so why
Mhm.
you not apply the appropriate visa? Why you come on tourist visa? It's not make sense.
All right, fine. So I can just
Okay.
apply a job visa from here also
You
instead
can
of
apply
applying the
job
tourist
visa,
visa.
or you can apply entrepreneur visa or business visa,
Mhm.
appropriate visa, because tourist visas not make sense. You will stay here after getting tourist visa. It's not.
And then, sir, I just want to ask one more question that, the jobs are available right now because, due to pandemic, a lot of jobs are less.
I cannot say about this because it depends, always depends on your CV and profile.
Yep.
Jobs always,
And
it's
Mhm.
little bit hard in nowadays around the world.
Mhm.
You know the situation.
Do you
All
hear
right.
me, sir?
So when we are going for to on a tourist visa, do we require a travel history? They're looking for that.
If you would like to to apply tourist visa, of course, the Portuguese consulate or any Schengen consulate will ask your present situation or your financial situation. If
Yeah,
situation
financial
is not,
situation is good, but that I'm asking, they ask for a travel history that
no,
no, you've been to because.
travel history is not important. If you have
Mhm.
another aspects is all right, because they are filter you and screen you from many of angles, not only
All right, fine.
specified travel history. If you have a
All right,
financial
fine.
aspects is okay, your IRS,
Mhm.
your income tax return is okay, your transactions is okay, you have sufficient income in your home country, they consider, no problem.